Welcome to Bible Logos. I am Tamiko Greeley, your broadcast host. And today I am excited to bring to you part 4 of the message, From the Pit to the Palace, by our very own Pastor Rose Charley. Please do me a favor, like and share this message on social media with your friends and family. All right, let's get to the word. Here is part 4 of From the Pit to the Palace.
When God starts elevating you, you're attractive, and you can only be elevated to the degree in which you can handle it. If you don't know what to do with some opportunities that some people will give their right arm to do, to send you into deeper confusion. Why? Because your super gift, God has made room for it. And Satan wants to take what God has given you. Can I get a witness? Everybody needs to get to the point that Joseph had humility. He had confidence in what he did. And you see, when you know who you are and you know whose you are, you don't have to bow down to nobody. Can I get a witness? Joseph was saying, I'm sure I've been called for this. I was created for this. I was anointed for this. So Joseph was falsely accused because one night she put on one of those blues songs, and Joseph was locking up the place, and she looking at Joseph looking pretty good, and she reached for Joseph, and Joseph ran. Brothers, you don't have to say nothing. This is the king's wife, and believe this, and she told her husband, this man Joseph that you put in charge of everything, he tried to hit on me. That's all I'm gonna say. And I believe that Potiphar believed her, and then he didn't believe her. I don't know, that's what I thought. Why? Because if he believed her, he should have been killed. But you know, no weapon formed against you gonna prosper if God got his hands on you, if you got favor. Because he didn't kill him, he put him in prison. God was taking him somewhere. And you got to know when God is taking you somewhere, stop worrying about stop trying to direct your way. You let God work that thing out. See, we got so much common sense, and God ain't looking for us to use common sense. He wants us to use anointing. He wants us to know, let him lead and guide us. So Joseph was falsely accused by Mrs. Potiphar, and put him in jail, put him back in prison. And I know some of you all said, look at poor Joseph. Joseph never complained. Joseph said, I'm so into my dreams. And you know, I found out when God bless you with one thing, he'll give you something else. He said, if you be faithful over a little bit, I'll give you much. So some of you saying, well, I wonder why he won't give you because you ain't doing nothing with the one he gave you. So Joseph was willing to use this gift on people. And then what I like about Joseph, he had no respect of person because, you know, we got special people, you know. We'll smile at the prison, but we'll frown at the prison, shame at the prisoner. But when Potiphar come along, we got to grin. In the church, if we think we know somebody, our color and our kind, we'll smile at them. But then people we don't know, we ain't going to say nothing because we're so deep. So he managed. He was only wanting to use the gift that God gave him. So Joseph back in prison for what he didn't do. And then when he got there, he was talking to the prisoners, and he began to interpret a dream. Not only was he putting out dreams, now God is giving him an opportunity to interpret dreams. Can I get a witness? And here they begin to, he went in one morning and he said, one of the men said, man, I had some dreams. The next thing you know, Joseph was interpreting the dreams. And then Joseph told one of them, now, when you get up in the palace, he said, what I need you to do, he said, remember me. Have you ever told somebody when you get up in the big place, remember me? And they forgot all about you when they got their name on the door? Because some of us, we done forgot God has picked us up and we ain't ready to pick nobody else up. Let them get it the way I got it. And so one of them, the Potiphar had a dream. And when Potiphar had his dream, the one that remembered him, he said to him, King, I know somebody down in prison. See, God will find you when he needs you. You don't have to go and advertise yourself. God will do that for you. And so he said, King, there's a man in prison named Joseph. And what did Joseph do? He went to the king and said, dress him up, feed him, clean him up, bring him to the king. And Joseph, what did he do? He interpreted the dream. King, I need to let you know that there's a famine coming. He was telling him about the dream he had, and it's a famine coming. And then he said, then there's going to be a harvest, and then there is going to be a famine. And so Joseph never said nothing. He said, so you find somebody to put over it. And the king says, I don't have to put nobody over it. I'm putting you over it. God got his way, huh? See how he been elevated? And then he put him over it. And then here Joseph there, interpreting the dream, put him over that. He said, and Joseph, you second in command.
Welcome back. You do not want to miss the conclusion tomorrow of the message From the Pit to the Palace by our very own Pastor Rose Charley. Please don't forget to like and share this message with your friends and family. I am Tamiko Greeley, and I want you to remember that the sower sows the word, and therefore it is with the same measure you meet that it shall be measured unto you again.